Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is the beautiful nail set that I will be showing you on my realistic practice hand. So these are glitter mixes that I personally made, and I will link down below my glitter mix and how do I make them down below as well, so you can see the video if you would like to make your own glitters. Most of my acrylics are made by myself unless I see something that stands out and that I see that I have to buy it. Now this is my favorite cover pink. I use this for ombres. I use this just to have a nice nude set for just the bed. This is Mia's Secret Cover Pink. This is perfect for the nail bed color. Now this is Perfect White by Absolute OPI, which I also use. I am now using AliExpress Peel Off Base. Now if you would like to see a demo on how I use this and remove it, I will link that video down below on me trying it out when I do a review on the practice hand. So everything that I'm telling you will be linked down below. So the first thing is I will put the glitter off white color that I made myself for the bottom closer to the free edge, and I will bring it up. I use my brush to expand it, that way it's thinner on the top, so when I put the pink it doesn't overlap it very bad, it goes nice and smooth. Now you don't have to start on the free edge, you can always start on the middle and bring the white down, but that's just how I prefer it. Now I'm going very close to the cuticle and I'm using the Cover Pink by Mia's Secrets and I'm bringing that down. I just like to start off from the cuticle, it makes no difference, it's just preference. Now I'm grabbing another bead and I'm using it a little bit more in the center just so I can mesh that nice line and it doesn't look like a separation. It looks nice and flush, and that's what we want. Now since this pink is a little bit more deep, I will grab more white to bring it upwards so I can make it as nice and smooth as possible, because sometimes this pink can be overpowering depending on the white you use, but I still don't mind going the extra step just because I really like this pink. It's very natural looking. Now on the next nail I will be putting more of a, has a little bit of mix of fine glitter and it has a chunkier glitter, so I am using this one. I got this glitter I think specifically from AliExpress. There's so many things that I will buy anywhere. I've even tried Dollar Tree glitters. There's certain glitters from Dollar Tree that I do like and work very well with the monomer. So I'm just putting a very thin layer on it so I can encapsulate it later. Now I'm using a lot finer glitter. It's very similar in color to the previous glitter, but this one just has fine glitter. There's no chunky pieces, there's no shapes or anything else in there. So it is a little bit harder to work with, if that's what you wanna call it. But it's just playing around with it a little bit more, because when you do move it with the brush, the glitter tends to move with and leave little patches of the nail. So you just wanna be very, very gentle, so that way you're not applying acrylic and removing it and applying and removing it. You'll be there for hours. So that is exactly what I'm doing for that nail. Now you will see that the nails, the base of the nail is shiny. That is because the peel off base coat is UV LED curable, and then you put the product right on top. You don't put any primer or anything to have the acrylic stick to it, because I do want to pop these off as soon as I am done to create another video and use them for other things. I don't want these to permanently stay on the nail. If you do, do not put on the peel off base, and make sure you dehydrate the nail and put primer. Now I'm going to work with the cutout nail, which is going to be all acrylic, but I will be cutting it out. Now I'm going to show you what you do when it's wet. It doesn't cut, it just makes a mess. So you want to make sure that when you use this X-Acto blade or any kind of blade, which has to be dulled down first before you use it on your mannequin hand or on a client, because you can cut them with this blade. So you have to dull it down either with the rock or with sanding bands. Just file it down so it's not so harsh. You wait until that shiny coat that you see goes matte. Once it goes matte, then you know the acrylic is ready to cut off. If you wait too long on the acrylic and you get too busy cutting off, if you get too busy doing other nails or just distracted, the acrylic can possibly fully dry, and then it becomes harder for you to shape it, which means you have to sit there with the file and file it down until you get a nice crisp line. So you just want to keep an eye on it to get matte, and that's when you know you used the blade. Now I'm using my OPI Perfect White. This is one of my favorite whites. It's just so bright and perfect. It's just doesn't get stained, it doesn't get dirty. I really do love it, and it's actually easy to work with. There's a lot of whites that, because of all the pigment it needs to become white, it is hard to work with. Now I am going to encapsulate the other nails that need to be encapsulated while I wait for the white to dry a little bit, so I don't waste any time. You thinly want to encapsulate. Remember, this is just to seal off the color or the glitter, so when you file down on the nail, you do not remove any glitter or color. Now you don't want to make this too thick, because then you have bulky nails. Remember, this is just to protect the nail, and in case you have any gaffs or dips on there, you can use the clear to fully cover that so that it makes a nice shape to the nail. Now I waited a little bit too long on the white, as you can see, but it still comes off good. It still does the job. It just seems more gummy the longer you wait until it becomes stiff. So thankfully I was able to catch it and get on it and be able to do it. And now I'm applying the chunkier glitter to the nail. And now that I'm applying the chunky glitter, I wait until I completely finish all the layers of the nail, and then I will go and encapsulate just the glitter, because the glitter will file off when I use my electric file or just a hand file. So those are the only ones that I encapsulate. I don't necessarily encapsulate the pink or the white, because they are strong enough to be able to be filed on without losing any color or get any scratches or anything like that. So for the rest of this nail, I just do the same thing I was doing. I put that cover pink, we'll do the white, then I'll do the fine glitter. Instead of the chunky one, I wanted to switch it up and do the fine glitter, just because I wanted to change up the nail a little bit. And I'm also going to do that off-white glitter nail color instead of just the white, just to give it more of a 3D effect. It just looks nicer when it's different. It's not just the same colors, in my own personal view. Now, I might sound a little bit more hyper or like I can't stop talking, and that is because I just had my coffee and it's kicking in, so it's working. Now just know that you can do any shape with the blade. Honestly, you can do a V cut, you can do it the other way, you can do it parallel, horizontal, whatever way you want to use the blade, you can definitely use it. This is just a design that I'm comfortable doing all the time. I will try to change it up and use my cut out acrylic ones. I have these cutouts. They're like plastic, extremely hard plastic that you put on the acrylic, and it cuts out the shapes and the designs of the acrylic. I have a video that I made a review on that will also be linked down below. I think my next set that I'll do, I'll use some of those just to mix up the video a little bit. And if there's anything specific design wise or color wise that you want to see, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try my best to do it. Just let me know so that way you see what you want to see specifically. It's, for me personally, awesome when you see a certain type of things depending on the person you follow, and if that's what I like to see, I would keep following. When they start changing it up, then I don't tend to watch them anymore. So I just want to make sure that everybody that watches me and is subscribed to me is actually enjoying my content. So just let me know, please. This is where I am encapsulating the nail, but I'm only encapsulating the glitter. That is all I'm doing, just to protect it, and in case the glitter is not all the way to the top matching the other colors, the clear will cover for that, so that is no problems. I'm now going to use one of my favorite cuticle bits. This is one that I like because I can get very close to the cuticle and I will not cut my client. Now this is a safety bit, that's why it is awesome to use for beginners. This one I got from Erica ETA. I will link that down below just in case you're interested in buying her e-bits. And I also have an electric file and bits that I demoed and reviewed. At least they're mine. These are the ones that I use all the time, and I just explain in detail what type of bits they are, what they're used for, and anything along those lines with the electric file. If you're interested in that, you can also watch below. Now there will be links to those bits as well on that video. I will now be using my hand file and filing all 4 nails, making sure the side ones are great, the free edge is great, and just above it to make sure there's no bumps or imperfections or anything like that. The best way for me to clean this hand is by spraying alcohol and using my brush and brushing off all the dust and powder, because it is a silicone hand. A lot of the dust and powders and particles get on this hand, so no matter what I do, it always gets on there. So I try my best to keep it clean, and I use alcohol to clean the nail before applying my crystals. I will be using glue, and the glue link will be down below as well. It's one of my favorite glues that I use. They last a long time. They last anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, or until they come back to get a fill. And all I do is I file the nail, I clean it with the alcohol, I put the crystal, put the glue, and then use a top coat. That's honestly all I do, and they last forever. I am now going to use my Gel 2 Non-Cleanse top coat. This specific top coat leaves sort of a tacky layer on top, which is great for pigments, powders, or any chromes that you would like to use. This is why I use that fine glitter, because it would be a nice background to my chrome pink powder. So I just cure this, and then I bring out my rose gold powder. This one I got from eBay. I'll put down a link down below, and I just rub it in really well as much as I can, and as soon as I open it, you can tell it just went everywhere, so just be careful. And it does not come in this kind of container. It comes in a little bit smaller container. This is, if I'm correct, it's 2 or 3 orders that I did put into this container. So yes, it is a small amount you get, but a little goes a long way. After I dust off the chrome, remember it has to be a very fine, soft brush you use, or else you'll leave streak lines. I am going to top coat this nail and all 3 nails as well with E-Nail Couture top coat, one of my favorite top coats. It's amazing. It doesn't leave any tacky layer after you cure it. It stays shiny until they come back, and it doesn't chip. It honestly is an amazing top coat. This is the final results. I hope you like this video. I will try to upload a different color tone, maybe something in the blue and the greens, or in the orange tones, because I do a lot of pink. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like my video. Thanks, guys.